How do you want to be remembered? What is the legacy you want to leave behind? Do you want to leave a fake version of yourself, a social media version where you only show the best side of you? Or do you want people to remember you for who you really were? I know it's ironic to talk about this given how well things have been going for the last couple weeks and especially couple days. Yesterday and today have been two of the best days that I've had in the last 4 months, and given how intense the last 4 months have been, I can't help but realize how ironic it is that I'm thinking about my legacy. But that's the thing about going through something this intense. It gets you to question things. And this is a good reminder of something that I realized many years ago, but that I keep being reminded of over and over again over the last, almost 15 months now. And that is that the thing that scares me the most is the thought of getting to the end of my life, being on my deathbed, and thinking back on everything I've done and having regrets. Having regrets on my deathbed is my greatest fear in life. And it's the reason why I've been through that process of falling in love with fear. The reason why a couple years ago I sold everything I owned and traveled the world. The reason why when I met my girlfriend back, before she became my wife, I did not hold back. Most people are cautious when it comes to relationships. I felt a connection with her from the very beginning, and I didn't hold back. I was myself. I did what felt right. And I fully committed from the very beginning. And that is how I want to be remembered. The real me. Not the fake version of myself that I pretended to be for a very, very big period of my life. I used to be a perfectionist. I used to be a people pleaser. I used to bend backwards trying to please other people and holding myself back as a means to try to buy love. And of course, that never really works. It never really fills that void that you feel inside. Only truly, authentically being yourself allows you to do that. And that's why today has been a very contemplative day for me. It was one of those days where I woke up and I'm like, I have no idea what to talk about today. Maybe I just won't make a video. Or maybe I'll make a rant video because, at this point, if you've been following me for a while, I haven't been responding to messages or to comments for at least a month, maybe almost 2 months at this point. And the reason for that is just because it got too overwhelming and it just got too time consuming, and I just had to put myself and my health first, and I don't regret doing that. But as a result of that, there have been some people who have been upset by that. Some people who think I'm selfish and unsubscribed, and I mean, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. As I mentioned, I want to be my authentic self. I don't want to bend backwards for other people and do things just to try to please them. Especially, no offense to anyone, but especially not random people online. I love my YouTube family. I'm incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. But we've never actually met, and it would be illogical for me to put my health, because I'm literally battling for my life every single day. It would be illogical for me to put my health at risk just to be able to answer comments to make a random stranger feel good because I responded to their comment. And I know that can seem harsh, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because that's the thing. To go back to what I was saying before, that's how I want to be remembered. The real me. The me that just randomly smiles at strangers in the park for no reason whatsoever. The me that, chooses to put myself and my health first and not respond to comments anymore, even though, yeah, it's going to upset some people and cause them to unsubscribe. I want to be the version of myself who every once in a while skips a day and does not record a video because I have nothing interesting or worthwhile to share. I want to be remembered as a person of substance, not a person that just made a bunch of videos because I know that's what's best for the YouTube algorithm. Yes, I'm grateful for all the views, I'm grateful for the income that I'm starting to earn as a result of that. I'm grateful for everyone who watches, who comments, everyone who's impacted, hopefully in a positive way, by the videos and the stories that I share. But most of all, I want to be remembered for someone who is true to himself. Someone who would stop at nothing to give my wife the life she deserves. Someone who's always there for his friends and family. Someone who made the hard decisions, especially when it meant doing something as intense as, breaking off the relationship with my mother, just because I knew that is what is best for me and my health. I want to be remembered as that type of person. So many people nowadays, and myself in the past, create this fake version of themselves that they present to the world. I see this most of all on social media. People just, post pictures and present the best version of themselves. But inside, the true version of themselves is completely different. And this causes a lot of people to feel like a fraud. And I felt like this in the past. But over the last 15 months, everything I've been through lately, and, for my life in general, everything I've been through in my life has taught me how truly important it is to just be yourself. And also the importance of the small details. Because the videos are the best example of that. Because as an example, okay, if I don't really have anything to say today, but I read some comments and people were just being like, oh, he's selfish because he's not responding to comments anymore. I unsubscribed, I'm not gonna go attend his live, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I could have made a rant video about you haven't been through what I've been through. You haven't been diagnosed with an incurable version of, cancer. You haven't literally been fighting for your life for the last 16 months. You haven't been publicly sharing your life for the last 15 months. You haven't gone through everything I've gone through. What right do you have to judge me? I could have done a video like that, but that's not the legacy I want to leave behind, because when you really take a step back and think, who am I really? Which version of myself do I want people to remember? That really makes you realize that there's a dog coming up to you. No, it really makes you realize that even though in the moment it doesn't seem important, every single detail of your life, every action you take, every word you say affects who you are and affects everybody around you. And that is part of the legacy you leave behind. Because yes, all the videos I'm making is part of the legacy I'm leaving behind. The books that I've written so far are part of the legacy I'm leaving behind. The book that I will write about this story once it's done is part of the legacy I'll leave behind. But most of all, I think the most important part of a person's legacy is who they were throughout their lives and the impact they had on other people. Because, yes, okay, videos and books and stuff like that, they can still have an impact on people after you're gone. But I believe that the true impact that you have is on the people you've come into direct contact with. Your friends, your family, random strangers at the park who walk by with a dog and the dog is like, hey, I want to go play with you. It's like that's the impact that you have on people. And sometimes something as small as just smiling to a random stranger in the park can make their day better. That is a much more powerful and tangible legacy that you can leave behind, as opposed to a video that you post online and that some random person sees, or a book that you write and someone reads. Yes, it can inspire them, it can potentially transform their lives, but it's not the same thing. That direct contact, that direct impact that you have on people, I believe that is true legacy. And because of that, that's why I find it so important to share my journey, to share my story, and do it in the most authentic way possible. And not just do it for views, not just do it for subscribers, not just do it for the income that I can earn from it. Do it because this is who I am. I'm a storyteller. This is who I am. I've accepted it. I've embraced it. I love that about myself. And that is the legacy I'm choosing to leave behind. So hopefully this got you kind of, just thinking about your life, thinking about things, because most people don't think about their legacy until they're literally at the end of their life, facing death, and that's when they're like, okay, what is the legacy I want to leave behind when I'm gone? And often, by that time, it's too late. So just remember, every action that you do, every day of your life, is part of that legacy you leave behind. And hopefully this could have been a reminder for you. What is the legacy you want to leave behind? Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.